beautiful soul, and welcome to Yoga with Concha. My name is Concha Joy, your intuitive yogi coach, and today we are getting into, let me preface this by saying this is a yoga channel, right? We always do like physical activity, we talk about mindset, but today we are going to be talking about what is deeper in the body, right? Our waste, getting rid of it, keeping your body clear, keeping your mind clear, right? Today we're talking about enemas. All right. So I wanted to start this by saying that I am a huge advocate of enemas, and I'm going to tell you why. Well, first of all, it just feels so amazing after you do one, right? Okay, so if you've ever gotten like a colon cleanse, you can go get a professional colon cleanse done. They're honestly amazing. Like, I don't know if you know this, but we store, I know this is such a shitty topic, but we store about 5 to 15, 20, I'm telling you, sometimes even more pounds of waste in our body, in our colon. And guess what? Like, nobody is exempt from this topic, okay? Because, I know it's a little bit, ugh. But this is a really good topic to be informed on, okay? Because so many times we don't know a lot about what's going on inside of our body, all right? And I'm giving you this information because, our mainstream diet, our main diet out there is a standard type of, what they call it is the standard American diet. It's a SAD diet. And look, our stomach is like a machine, but our intestines, they're super long. They're not used to holding things for so long. So basically, like a lot of our food, if we're not releasing it, it builds up in our body, and it just like builds up and like corrodes the walls of our body. And we end up feeling heavy. We end up feeling lethargic. We end up feeling just not good at all. And just, right? Have you ever just had absolutely no energy and you have no idea why? Well, let me tell you, this could be one of the reasons why, because you are so weighed down with all that shit. Okay, so anyways, basically what I'm saying is I'm a huge fan of enemas. I'm a huge fan of cleansing your body, right? It is said, the gurus say that, the closest thing to enlightenment, how we're going to achieve that is by clearing the stomach, right? So the way that we're eating, right? Are we eating too much? Are we eating too much sugars? Right? Because energetically, sugars and these heavier foods, these heavier compounds block a lot of the things that we want to achieve, right? If you are feeling heavy and thick, you're not going to want to meditate, right? Now think about what's happening inside of the body on a cellular level, right? If you're eating like really super spicy foods and your body is like burning that up, your body has a reaction, whether you are sweating, whether it is irritating your energy. Everything is connected, right? Everything is connected. So what we want to do is eat foods that help make our body feel good. Now, this video isn't really necessarily about the foods that we eat. We can make another video on that. However, what we're talking today is the process of elimination, right? The process of letting those foods release, right? So think about it like this. I like to give a visual whenever I'm talking to my friends about this, or whenever someone asks about this, I want to give a visual. So think about it like this. Imagine 10 years, okay? Think about that time frame, 10 years. That is a long time, right? Think about a baby to a 10-year-old, okay? That's there, and all those days they're digesting all that stuff. Their body is learning how to process. Their body is, going through, they're eating like hot dogs and like, all kinds, I don't know, like whatever you're eating, right? But our body has a process, and depending on how much liquid we're drinking, depending on what it is that we're eating, are we eating fibrous foods? Are we eating frozen dinners, right? And so basically what I'm saying is that imagine you have 10 years of buildup. Now imagine if you're 20 years old, 20 years of buildup. Okay, imagine if you're 40 or 50 or 60 years old. That's a lot of buildup. That's all I'm saying. So me, I'm about, eliminating clutter, right? So basically, if you have all that buildup, think about how much gunk and hard whatever is on your intestines that is giving you like cramps, that can be giving you lethargy. And one thing that you can tell is that when someone has a very clean liver, and to clean the liver, right, you go in there, and when someone has a clean colon, right, a clean body, their eyes are very clear, right? It shows in your skin, right? People have good skin. What's going on is you're having not only clear mental thoughts, not only clear pure energy, but also the way that you're eating, the way that you're releasing, right? It's that, it's that symbiotic relationship. Everything is flowing, right? It's a blend. Okay. So what I'm saying is that we need to do maintenance on our body. Okay. This is a really great way to do maintenance. Okay. So I'm basically talking about the benefits of the colon cleanse. Okay. So what you want to do when you get a colon cleanse, okay, you can either book one online. There are two types of colon cleanses online. Like, one of them you do not want to try. That is the one where you're literally laying down in a bed, like a big plastic bed or whatever that thing is. And I think it's self-administered, right? A self-administered colon cleanse. You do not want to do that, because let me tell you, just trust me, if you're laying down, think about it like this. If you're laying down on this with your pants and your chonies off, and you have a tube that you're administering, right? Which is normal, right? That's how it works. And you are laying in this plastic bed and just crapping, and it's washing down the bed. Don't you think some of it's going to get... it's a mess. It's a mess. You don't want to do that version. Trust me. Like, it's pretty bad. Okay, so there's a second type of colon cleanse, this is the one that I recommend. This is the one where you have a person, a facilitator who's actually has a machine that you could see, and you're doing it one-on-one with the practitioner. So make sure to ask, because there you can actually see that the screen is clear and you can kind of see what's going on inside of your body. But basically what I'm saying is that if you are not drinking enough water, right? I really believe that we as a society need to drink a little bit more water, right? I know it's hard, right? Drinking water is the biggest flex, okay? But the fact is that we're not really doing a lot of that. And when we're not drinking enough water, things are getting hard inside of the body. We're not cleansing our cells, right? The cells, every cell in our body, right? You got super smooth skin. You got some very clean cells, okay? You want to keep your cellular body like very clear and cleansed, especially for those energy upgrades, right? Especially for those energy, those activations, right? You're doing DNA activations. Well, I sure do. You want to make sure that your cells can receive that, right? You want to make sure that everything is cleansed. And if we have a lot of buildup inside of our colon, then there's not going to be a lot of room for good energy coming in, because we got so much waste that we need to release already. So basically what I'm saying is that this is such an amazing way to clear and cleanse the soul and the body. All right. So the third way that I'm going to talk to you about doing these cleanses is getting your own enema bag. There's two ways. Okay. You can go get an enema bag, the red bag. This is a beautiful tool, perfect for beginners. I think that the bucket is awesome. Like, there's also an enema bucket, but I feel like that one's more for advanced people who are advanced, because you can get air. You don't want air up, you don't want that. So basically get the enema bag. Okay. And it's not going to be super easy right off the bat. Okay. I'm going to tell you that it's not going to be super, super easy. Because you're going to feel a little awkward. You're going to feel like, okay, am I doing this right? I mean, obviously, like, think you know how to do it, but But what you want to do is when the water is flowing into your colon and into your intestines, well, mostly into your, so what you want to do is when you administer the enema and the water is flowing into your colon, and you're going to want to sit there and let the water just soak in for as long as you can. Okay, so when you start the process, try to sit there for as long as you can with the water in your colon, because you want the water, you want the colon to absorb the water, right? And the colon is going to absorb so much of the water. You want to know why? Because we are dehydrated. We are all dehydrated, right? And we need a lot of water for our organs, for our body, for digestion, right? And to keep our space clear. So basically, what I'm saying is that your colon is going to absorb a lot of that water, right? When water's flowing in, your colon's going to absorb so much of that. But it's also going to activate, this kind of, the storm brewing, basically. And you're going to want to hold the water inside of your colon for as long as you can, right? So you can lie down, you can, and of course the tube is still going to be, inside of your body, flowing water, okay? But you're going to want to lay down wherever you're administering the colon cleanse. You can lay down and just, I was going to say take it up the butt, but yeah, you are taking up the butt. But you can just lie down and just hold the water in your colon for as long as you can, because you want it to soak it up, right? And as soon as your colon is like, letting the water absorb, and also, getting everything easy to release, you're going to feel so amazing afterwards. You're going to feel like $1,000,000. Okay, because think about it like this. If it's your first time ever doing a cleanse, you're going to feel so light. Like, I'll never forget that first time. I tried one, right? I bought one on like Groupon, or like one of those discounted rate sites. And so I'll never forget the first time I tried it. I bought a cleanse on one of those like discounted rated sites. So yeah, like I'll never forget the first time that I tried a colon cleanse. I basically bought one like random place, and I'll never forget my first time that the first time I ever did a colon cleanse. Let me tell you, like I felt so light afterwards. Like I just felt so light, right? Because you're releasing anything that is a buildup. You're letting go of just so much of that crap that's inside, right? So anyways, I hope that you got a lot of information, and I know this topic is really interesting, but you gotta try it because it really is so good for you, and you do feel so amazing afterwards. And yeah, like if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and definitely subscribe to this channel. And if you're on Instagram, find me at Yoga with Concha, and I am so excited to connect with you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, okay?